Libra fam. Welcome to Whimsy Intuitive Tarot, and this is your tarot snack. Let me apologize in advance because I've been a little chatty for these snacks. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear me talk. But, you know, part of the thing that I like to do on my channel is make sure everyone knows that I don't have all the answers. I'm doing my path and my journey as well. I've said before in live streams, I am not precious with my, experience. I don't try to keep it at all secret. Chances are I have been where you are in some way. So I think it's really important that you all feel like we're connected, because we absolutely are connected. That being said, I had a sabbatical of sorts. You might have noticed that I was gone for almost 2 months from YouTube. I was having a time. It's the dark night of the soul. That happens. It had nothing to do with you or tarot. It was just, sometimes grief sneaks up on you, right? But I did an exercise. I did set an intention that really helped. And part of the reason why I'm doing this tarot snack about energy vampires is because it really helped me get some clarity. And I have to believe that it can help you too. So if you're new here, welcome. You're now family. So what I had to do was I set an intention to cut energetic connections with people and things and circumstances that no longer served me. When you have relationships with people and things and circumstances, when you give your energy toward those things, and maybe they give energy back in some way, you create an energetic bond. Those energetic bonds don't just go away. Sometimes, especially when you get a little bit older, you get bogged down by those bonds because they're taking from you, especially perhaps people. They're feeding off of your energy, and you're not getting, it's not a reciprocal give and take. So I think this can help you, especially if you have a choice to make, to get rid of energies that are just creating static in your reality and making it hard to see and hard to make choices. So that's what we're doing today. So don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or any other sign that you relate to. I relate to Aries personally, even though my sun, moon, rising, and Venus is not Aries at all. I just happen to have a lot of Aries in my chart to go with my Saggy. So I guess you'd say I'm the fire sign that starts shit and then finishes it. I don't know. I will usually watch an Aries reading before I will watch my rising or Venus sign. My sun and moon is Saggy, so I killed two birds with one stone, so to speak, with that. But I relate to Aries. I have a lot of Aries in my chart, so I always watch the Aries. So that's just an example. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to pull on doing this exercise, and I'm going to call it a guided intention, not a meditation, because it's really very easy to do. I have a busy brain. I don't always concentrate on just one thing at once. So, I was only half paying attention, and it still really helped to set this intention, right? To get rid of the energetic cords that no longer serve you. Now, what could those be? anything. They could be your first job. They could be your first boyfriend or girlfriend back when you were just, puppy loves. It could be your old college roommate. It could be, maybe a car you had you really liked. Maybe something you used to do a lot. Like when I was a teenager, I'm probably dating myself, we went cruising. It could be anything. Anything you used to do that became part of your life, any person that was part of your life that is no longer part of your life, and no longer gives you anything. It could be a soulmate that you fulfilled your contract with. And you don't have to worry about cutting out connections that you need to keep, because Spirit takes care of that. If you have a soul mate or a twin flame or anything, something incoming for you, you can't cut that away. That has to happen. And you have to learn your lessons. So don't worry about cutting out things in the future that you're supposed to have. Don't worry about cutting out things in the past that you're still supposed to keep. Okay? Because those things, those connections, Spirit won't let you disconnect from those. You're only disconnecting from energies that are bogging you down and making it hard to see, hard to get clarity, hard to have, sudden epiphanies, hard to listen to your intuition, right? So let's get started. I'm going to start with the wizards. We're going to talk to the wizards, clarify with the Golden Art Nouveau, and get some monsters. Get some wild things for advice. We love the wild things. Let's see. Okay, let's get some shuffling. Get to shuffling. Somebody might, oh, what is that? What is that? Oh, there's a little blue shuffle. Blue shuffle. My womb gremlin, tech support, is a guitar player, a pretty good one. And I'll be like, just give me a blues shuffle, man. Give me a classic blues shuffle. I don't know if that resonates with somebody, but we're very musical in this house. Music has, it's, if you know music, you know the nature of the universe. Anytime you have music, it's the universe speaking. So, listen to some music. I don't know who needs to hear that either, but there it is. Geez, this deck. Jam, jam. So I did two, call them their guided meditations, I guess, but, it's just focusing your intent. It's just telling Spirit, a way to tell Spirit this is what you'd like to do, that you need clarity. And, so we're going to ask about that. Spirit's been saying different things for different signs that they want me to focus on. So we'll just see what they say related to your clarity and your stale connections, we'll call them. I cannot predict free will. I can only tell you what the energy is promoting, we'll say. Any person's free will can affect you. I mean, I gave this example for some of the other signs. I could not predict that someone was going to bust a beer bottle at the end of my driveway Saturday night, or Friday night, but they did. And now that has affected me because I have to go out there and pick up a bunch of broken glass because of, low vibrational people. Out of gravel. I have to pick it out of the gravel. So I'm really, miffed about that. Take what speaks to you in this reading, leave the rest. It could be that there is just one small thing that you're supposed to hear. One tiny little grain of sand, and there's a world inside. You don't know. The world in a grain of sand. Right? I now offer a limited number of private readings per month. Email me for details. Affiliate links to the decks I use, my Amazon wish list, any links and info you need to know are all in the description box below, as well as a link to a method of cutting your unneeded and energy cords, things that might be, you know, muddying up the water, causing a fog, right? I promise you, you will feel better after you do it. I swear. Donations are always appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Help the channel grow. It's a reciprocal give and take. Look at a donation as like a Six of Pentacles, or like Reiki. Generally, you have an exchange, and this is actually a pretty good analogy. It's an exchange of energy. I don't always ask for money for Reiki, but it's sort of a contract. When someone, say, gives me a pie, I once paid for Reiki with a painting, right? So, or a piece of art. It's a reciprocal energy saying, I am giving to you and you are giving to me, and now we have a partnership. Now we have an energetic connection. Just, you know, money is an easy way to establish an energetic connection. It's a transaction. It's also saying that it's also kind of like your consent, right? Generally, you know, with Reiki, it's I consent for you to give me energy healing, and by this exchange of energy or objects, that's my consent for you to go into my energy. Anyway, so donations are always appreciated. But I will never hold back a message for money, ever. I'm not going to, the only reason I would ever do an extended reading that everyone can't have access to is if I want to nail down a particular collective. So say I have 135 people watching. Yeah, okay. I can get more detail if I know which people are watching, right? So say I do an extended reading. I start with I'm reading for 135 people. I do an extended reading for people who, you know, can float me a couple of bucks. And then I can get down into more detail, more information. But I'm never going to hold a reading hostage, not once. So let's get started. I told you I was chatty today, right? And oh crap, my laptop space is almost full. Damn, it only took me 15 or 11 years to fill up my laptop hard drive. That's pretty impressive. Okay. Spirit. Hang on. I gotta get some stuff. Okay. All right, Spirit. What do the Libra fam need to know about energy vampires? Can I have a card for the Libra fam, please? Thank you. Ooh, the moon. Hidden. Something's hidden. Got the Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, Judgment, Nine of Pentacles, the Minor Arcana Empress, the Star, Four of Cups. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're feeling a bit overwhelmed. You got a whole bunch of signals and a whole bunch of things coming in. I mean, we've got earth-related matters, 3D physical matters. We have emotional matters. We have inspiration, intuition, and passion. You know, then we've got some major arcana in here. The finger of the universe with Judgment. And the star, more of the finger of the universe. But it looks like you're at least, I don't see any, yeah, and the high priestess, woohoo! Yeah, all of this is, yeah, this is your first sword, the Eight of Swords. Maybe this is all keeping you in fear and uncertainty, you know, because you got a lot going on here, right? Maybe, you know, you're getting poked from all directions and you just don't know which thing to focus on first. The moon, things are happening behind the scenes, right? Maybe, yeah, you're just overwhelmed. See how huge this lobster is here? In most tarot decks, this lobster is just a tiny little lobster. Delicious, but not all that threatening, right? But in this one, you know, it's like, you know, the three-headed dog. I keep coming back to Harry Potter today. It must be the wizard deck in particular, but normally I don't do that with this deck. But it's like the Fluffy, the three-headed dog sitting on top of the trapdoor, or Gandalf, thou shall not pass, right? It's intimidating. And you see around it, there's all this haze and mist, right? There's no clear path to go through the doorway. Yeah? And that's, looks like water, you know? So you've got emotions in the way that's keeping you from seeing a clear path around this freaking lobster, right? Let's clarify. If you feel like this reading helps, please like, share, and subscribe. I will be doing live streams again soon, at least one this week. So set the notifications so you know when I schedule a live stream. That way you can get in early and ask to be on the list. I usually do 12 readings per live stream, and we don't, they aren't short, quick readings. I keep going. I keep going until Spirit says the question has been answered. So, you know, it's till Spirit tells you what you need to hear. So, and you know, 12 slots, get there early. And, you know, in order to do that, you have to have the notifications on. So, come hang out with us. All right. Spirit, why is the moon here, please? Why is the... Thank you. 10 of Wands. Why is the moon here? 7. Oh, yeah. It's what I said. Let's get another, just for the hell of it. Oh, there's 2. Temperance, and this 7 of Pentacles keeps coming out all day long. All day long. So, I think we are all, as a collective, just so tired of these not being able to see, right, into the future, not being able to see where we're going, not being able to see what we know. We've got the Hanged Man on the bottom, backed by the plans that haven't been put into effect yet, and the whole world in our hands. It feels overwhelming. I've never said that for the 2 of Wands before. Then you've got Judgment. Wow. Everybody's getting Judgment. Okay. These are all important things we're talking about. Justice, the 8 of Wands. These are things trying to come in. They're trying to come in. Your inspiration, Wands, is trying to tell you something. And you're fighting it. You're fighting it. Why are you fighting it? See, this is a 7 of Wands. Some people say this is defending your 6 of Wands victory, but to me, today, this looks like dude has a wand, one wand, and he's fighting the 6 of Wands, right? So you're fighting your own victory and shooting yourself in the foot. Why are we doing that? Let's see how we can fix it. Justice, that's karma. That's, manifesting, bringing in your manifestations and getting what you deserve for all the hard work you've put in, all the, intentions you put out there to be a good human being, to be loving and kind and compassionate and non-judgmental, right? And maybe you're being a little hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. You're only doing the best you can, right? That's all you have to do is the best you can. Yeah. Yeah, you just feel overwhelmed and you feel like you need a break. Yeah? You feel like you need some clarity. That's why the hanged man hangs upside down, is so he can get some clarity, some perspective, right? So, if we look at the cards that came out, right? And you're the first of the signs that I felt the need to get extra cards for. I don't know why. But when intuition tells me, when spirit says something, and I just do it. Might as well. I'd rather just do it than have spirit bash me over the head with it somehow. Right? So, okay, so we'll look at this in terms of the suits, right? So, wands are inspiration, intuition, passion. Maybe there are a lot of things you feel passionate about. Maybe there are people you can't choose between. You don't have any clarity. The Seven of Cups is also a choice, right? You've been thinking about it and you've got all these damn cups, but you don't know which one to choose, right? And intuition is the one that tells us which of these cups to choose. But these are all representative of emotional, energetic connections. And some of them bit us. Look, there's a snake. There's a poison mushroom, right? There's some kind of dragon thing. Actually, this would be like a wyvern, maybe. I don't know. And it's all, maybe not great for us, right? These are things that we don't want to choose. So why are these cups still here? Because the connections are still here, right? The energetic connections. And in order to, this is kind of like weeding out the ones that won't serve us anymore. These are all energetic connections, and we got to figure out which cup, right? Spirit's trying to show you which cup. Use your intuition. Which cup? And it's saying it's time. You've been standing around waiting for your manifestations to come in, waiting for something to happen, waiting for some energy to bust loose. That's been a big thing with me. And just now, it was 12:30 a.m. on February 1st. I suddenly felt way better. And I was like, why do I feel so good? I'm so happy suddenly for no reason. And I'm like, what is the difference? Well, midnight. It was the next day. It was a new month. It's a new cycle, new energies. Specifically, where did I put that piece of paper? I'm not going to be able to find it now. I had a piece of paper with all the new energetic stuff going on in astrology written on it. And I don't know where I put it right now. Anyway, and temperance, okay? You've been trying to fill your cup. You've been trying to get some balance, some perspective, right? All you're doing is trying to see the path before you. And you feel like the moon isn't letting you. Yeah, because, okay, behind this Page of Pentacles, in the 3D, things that are happening in the 3D, some of these are distractions. But there's clearly one thing you're supposed to be focusing on right now. It's something that you manifested. Probably an emotional connection, because cups are emotional connections. This is the daydreaming card. But guess what? When you're daydreaming, you're manifesting. You're looking at what you want your path to look like, right? Ace of Wands, passion, okay? And that's been coming out today in several readings because of a passionate new beginning. Something that you're excited for, something you can latch onto, something you can really feel a purpose to work toward. Yeah? Three of Wands, getting out of just the planning stages and actually making something happen. Right? Starting new cycles. We are in the middle of a new cycle. Judgment. This is karma. Something important is supposed to happen now. And you've got to be able to keep to your path because this important thing, it's on your path. One of the readers I watched that really cracks me up, he says, judgment don't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. This is something important. This is major arcana. Something that you earned, right? Nine of Pentacles. Abundance. Sometimes it's the glow up card and the Star. And you've been asking for this. This is your hope after the Tower. It's over. Four of Cups. The universe is giving you something, right? They're giving you this fourth cup. It's a new cup to look at. These other three cups, they were there. They're okay. But that's not the cup. Those aren't the cups you're supposed to be focusing on. This cup right here is that cup right there. So let's get rid of the stuff that's blocking it, right? Right. Cool. Honestly, fam, it's pretty much the same. It's just a different perspective, a different slice, a different way to look at the same energy, okay? It's just how you need to see it, right? And you put down all these burdens and you look at them, throw them down on the ground, look at them, figure them out, right? And say, this one serves me, this one's useful, but the others can go. Right? And you're doing it. Okay? You're trying to, because that's why the moon showed up. It's just you're having a little problem. And it's probably energetic vampires. Things draining your energy. Okie dokie. Let us see what the monsters have to say about it. Talk to the monsters. Give us a monster, Spirit. Give us a monster for the Libra fam. Give us a wild bang. Wild bang. What? I think it's that one. Didn't pop, but I'm pretty sure. Bring on the Haggitude. That was the monster for the reading I did on my, the end of my sabbatical return to YouTube. Oh, now I'm not gonna look. That one's spun. Intentional stillness. That one's spun on the top when I laid it down. My first impression here is learning to that you can do this. Right? You can do this. It's a new cycle. A lot of the things that you went through before February 1st, apparently, just judging by the lightness and the energy now, you learned those lessons, and now you need to, be still, do some shadow work, and find a personal philosophy. It doesn't look like there's much overthinking here. There's not a whole lot of higher number swords. So that's good. That means, you're not overthinking. You're quality thinking. You're building your personal philosophy. I guarantee that any philosopher, and I've said this in a couple of these readings, any philosopher that you can think of, from Plato and Socrates to Jean-Paul Sartre to any of these people, I guarantee that they had a tower. They had a glow up. They had a dark night of the soul. They were searching, and they had to create a system to help them down their path, and then they shared it with the rest of the world. That's all philosophy is, right? So you have, but in order to do that, you have to get clarity, right? You got to get rid of these bonds that don't serve you, these energetic vampires, and then you have to take the things that scare you and you have to find out why they scare you. Most things, I mean, this monster, it's just a lobster, right? And it's scary because it's giant and it's in the dark and you're trying to get through and just, you know, but maybe it's still just a lobster. And once you get a good look at it in daylight, you're going to say, oh, it's just a lobster. He's probably not after me. He's probably, you know, it could even be a crawdad, right? Crayfish, for those of you. I don't know what people call those around the world, but crayfish, I think, is the proper name. You know, they look scary, but they're not really. Yeah. So we'll get the book for your monsters, but intentional stillness, that can be meditation. I'm just thinking that, you know, I'll drop a link to the meditation I used in the description box, and yeah, go check it out or go find one that's similar. And really, you can get a whole lot of clarity after you get rid of all the fog of the connections that you don't need anymore and the associations. So let's see, which one? Yeah, this is just giving you time to do this. Winter invites us into a magical hush. If this moment has left you out in the cold, embrace the lull. The cold has the power to suspend, to hold, to freeze until it is time to act. There is a divine protection in suspended animation. Right now, did you not have, yeah, the Hanged Man, suspended animation, possibly. Right now, life has brought you the opportunity to embrace the power of the colder, more protective dimensions. Carve a sparkly igloo inside your heart. Get still. Open yourself to the cold clarity derived from detached observation. The time to plant and grow and play will come again. It's coming, fam. Fast. For now, seek shelter in the cooler energies. The gift of snow is stillness. So maybe you need to get in your swords, right? Swords are a cool, contemplative energy. Quality thinking. Build your philosophy, you know, and in order to do that, get some clarity by cutting out all the noise. Bring on the Haggitude. Baba Yaga is the OG witch badass from fairy tales. She's seeking your attention right now. She's ancient, powerful, and full of haggitude. An attitude of do no harm and take no bullshit. Women of a certain age have seen and lived too much to put up with toxic people-pleasing, conformity, compliance, or soul-sucking compromise. Soul-sucking? Sound like a vampire? Haha. They trust their intuition more than they trust your facts. And they're certainly not going to play nice to get ahead. It's time to dish up your inner hag. Let yourself be the powerhouse you are without dissembling, diluting, dumbing down, or playing small. Okay, so I'm going to latch on to this part about they trust their intuition more than they trust your facts. Here's an energy drag. say you have a friend or a family member and you love them and you trust them and you think they're wise, and then you go with your problem, whatever it is that you just can't seem to see, and you ask for their advice. It might be great advice, but the advice they're giving you it's their personal philosophy. It isn't yours. Okay? So if you want to consider that when you're doing your personal philosophy, okay, but don't let it knock you off your path, because we've had a lot of energies that are coming around again because somehow a third party knocked you off your path. Perhaps, I'm out there cleaning glass out of the end of my driveway from the idiot who broke the beer bottle, and I miss a phone call, right? So, yeah, don't let other people knock you off your path, especially if you're on a path to a soul connection. Because if spirit wants things to happen, judgment, when spirit wants something to happen, wants to give you your, karmic reward, and somebody gets in the way of that, then you just got to do it all over again. Okay? And that's one of the things that causes runners to stay gone, right? They don't get clarity. Sometimes they get well-meaning advice and they take it, but it's not the advice they should have had. Free will allows, that advice to bust in the driveway just like a beer bottle. Yeah? I mean, it was a Corona Light, so it was obviously a really good beer, but you can't drink it because it's just the bottle shattered in your driveway. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I think so. Everything's about to get better, fam. We just have to be ready. And Spirit's giving you a map, how to be ready, right? How to get past this moon. Yeah? And the reason why you're in the moon energy right now. But I think if you cut away these cups that aren't supposed to be yours, one of them will shine brighter than the rest. Okay? And maybe it's one you've seen all along, you just didn't believe you could have. Right? You thought that wasn't meant for you because you don't believe you can have really great things. Really beautiful connections. Maybe you screwed up a connection in the past. That's okay. You're getting another chance, right? Because you still have that energetic connection. And once you cut out all the other ones, there's that one that is your next soulmate, your next career move, your next investment. It'll become clear, just like that. Trust me, I did it. And maybe do it more than once. I did it on New Year's Day, and I did it again around the middle of the month. And, the more I did it, the more clear it became to me. And mine's about a person. I was trying to decide whether I needed to leave this person behind. And clearly I'm not supposed to. So, and now I feel great. So yeah, it's worth a try. And you don't have to worry about, the people or situations that you cut loose. Okay? You cut them loose with love and light. It doesn't hurt them, but it also gets them out of your energy. If they're not on your level, especially if you've moved past them, you don't need them anymore. And those people that you had soul contracts with that you fulfilled, they'll be waiting for you when you're done here, right? You don't get rid of a soulmate, soul family. You don't get rid of them. Even if you cut the energetic tie on earth, you don't get rid of those people. Those are still your family. So You get to be with them on the other side. Right? So don't be afraid of that. Okay, fam, Libra fam, I think this is your reading. I really hope this helps. Love you. Bye.